This is going to be a quick 5-10 minute video detailing the various states that a MODX resource or page of your website can exist in. We're going to answer a couple of questions such as, how do I make new pages? How does the state of a MODX resource affect whether it appears in a menu or not? We'll also go over things such as what those states mean and what also it means to actually delete a MODX resource. We're then going to have a little look at duplicating resources and why you might do it. So let's jump straight in. I've already logged into the manager here, and you can see that we've got a very simple layout. We simply have home and then a folder which says do not edit. On my front end page here, you can see that we've got one item which is existing in there. It's simply called home, and it's a link to this page. I'm going to go ahead and click on home and put some content in here and press save. If I now reload, my content is going to be shown on the front end of the website. So first of all, let's go ahead and add a new page. Let's click the add icon, give this a name, and select a template. In this case, we'll go ahead for base template. Let's now press save, and let's give this page some content. So, we'll notice here that this exists in one of these states already, and you can see that we've got 3 of these states over here. We've got fully visible and non-italic text. That means it's published, and it also means that it's visible in the menu. You can see this do not edit, which is non-italic text, but slightly faded out. This means that it's hidden from menu. The third one that we have underneath here is italic text. Italic text, regardless if it's hidden out or fully visible, means that it's not yet published. What I mean by that is that if I reload this page, nothing's changed. If I now tick this box down here to say published and then click save and then reload, we'll notice that this page now appears. If I click on it, you can see that it dies, and that's typical because I've not installed a htaccess file. Let's go ahead and just do that now. There we go. So you can now see that that appears. Now what we actually want to do with this is we want to hide it from menu. So what I can now do is I can tick this hide from menu option and press save. If I now reload, you'll see that it doesn't appear in the menu. So why may you want to do this? Well, you may want to have landing pages. You may want them to exist in certain areas of the website and you don't want them visible. The key thing about this to remember is that this is published, but you cannot see it in the menu. So if you were to specify give somebody this whole URL, they could access it. You'll notice that this is changed to be non-italic text, but hardly visible. That means that it is published, visitors, anybody can view this, the page can be indexed by Google, and people can access it. However, it won't be visible in the menu. Let's go ahead and make another page. Let's go ahead and give it a name. Let's go straight and say that this is published. We'll leave it in the menu. If we now reload, we can now see that we've got this item here. Let's go ahead and click on this. Now this is a deleted item. So what does it mean to delete a resource in MODX? Well, not actually that much. There's 2 ways that you can delete a resource. You can right click on it here and select delete, and then you'll notice that it puts a red line through it. If we now reload this page, we can now see that it's gone. But you'll notice that it still exists here in the right hand menu. So what that means is that you never really truly delete something from MODX. To truly delete it from MODX, once it has this red line through it, you have to then click this trash icon in the right. Doing it this way means that it will be gone. to get that resource back, you'd have to restore your database or get in touch with your existing website developer to be able to get that back for you. Let's go ahead and actually undelete that now. So we can right click, undelete. Again, if we reload, we can now see that that's there. The last one I want to show you is the non-published. So let's go ahead and create one more. We'll go ahead and select our template. We'll leave it to show in menus, but we won't take this published yet. If we click save, and then if we click view, you can notice that we can view the page, but it doesn't actually exist in the menu. What's even more interesting is if I copy this link and I go into a new private window, you notice that the page doesn't load. That's because I'm not logged in as an administrator. At this moment in time, if this resource is not published, then only people that are logged into the manager with correct permissions can view and edit this page. So why would you do this? Well, this is perfect for pages that you're not quite ready to show the world yet. Or you might have put some of your content in and you're not quite ready yet for it to go live. Another option, which may commonly be used in blogs and under settings, is you can set this to be published on a certain date and time. Selecting a date here in the future will automatically put this page or this article, if you're making a blog, live. Let's go ahead now and actually quickly publish these. And I'll undelete this one. No, click on that one. Whoop. So what we have now is we have all of our icons, all of our menu icons. We can now use the MODX manager to be able to order these. What I mean by ordering is that we can simply drag and drop to change the order. Let's go ahead and put hidden from menu at the top and home right at the bottom. If we now reload, the menu icons have changed. So this gives you the option to be able to specify where you want items to appear. And this is as simple as a drag and a drop. It takes just a few seconds to be able to change the menu order. So the next thing I want to show you is duplication of resources. Duplication is really good if you've got large pages which you've already invested a lot of time and effort into, and all you need to update is perhaps imagery or content. To duplicate a page, you simply right-click on an existing one and click Duplicate. This will bring up the icon to the modal window to allow you to specify a new name. So let's go ahead and say Duplication. If we click Save and then click on Duplication and give this some unique content, drag this into order and reload, you can now see that it appears with its unique content. So if you've got a page on your existing website which is a good fit for what you're trying to do, you can just right click and duplicate. And always remember, if you're not ready yet for it to be seen, simply untick the published and nobody can see it. So let's now look at some other advanced features in MODX. Let's go ahead and create a new page, which is a web link. Let's call this page Google. And let's just drag this into order. If I now click on Google and go to Settings, Resource Type, Web Link, and press Save, the page will reload. Our content area at the bottom will be gone, and it will be replaced with a field which says Web Link. Here we can do a couple of things. We can redirect it to another page, or we can send it to a completely separate website. So Let's keep it easy for now. Let's say we want to send it to another MODX resource. So let's say that when I click on Google, I want it to go to deleted. I simply put in the number 7. If I now press save, and now reload, and click on Google, you can see that it goes to deleted. Let's now go ahead and actually send it to Google. Let's put the web address in, and click save. This now exists on our website and in our menu. However, if I click, it goes to Google. What we can now do if we wish is we can change the title to whatever we want. This gives us control over what we want this link to be called. Let's go ahead and change that back to Google. Let's now have a look at supplying something as a static resource. Let's go ahead and make one more page. Give it a click. Underneath settings, change it to be a static resource and click save. Just like the web link, this has been replaced with a link. Let's have a look if we've got any files installed on this installation. We've got some test images. Let's go ahead and use this one of Iron Man. Now, a static resource can be anything. A static resource is a file. There's nothing more to it. However, we can use it as a container for that file. Let's go ahead and just click save, reload, and give our static resource a click. You can see now the encoding type of this is a bit skewed. That's because it's trying to render this as a web page, when in fact it's actually an image. If we come down here to content type, we have lots of different things that we can select. But one of the things we can do for this is we can actually change this to be an attachment. So what this means is that if we now try to access our static resource, it will actually download it as a file. One of the common things that you might use a static resource for is a PDF. A PDF is perfect to be used as a static resource. And the reason for that is that you may from time to time update things like a brochure or a price list. But this will allow you to control the URL that is accessed by. To update it, you simply change the static resource. Let's go ahead and find a test PDF. Here's a nice one. Let's go ahead and save that. And we'll just upload this into MODX. Go to Assets, Upload, choose Files, PDF, Upload. We can now select. If we now press Save, and now click on our static resource, you can see that this now opens in line. But what's interesting is you can see that the file name up here is what we've called it, not PDF sample. That means that you can control what it's called. I hope that you found this video useful. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch.